The Seattle Storm are just one game away from picking up their second WNBA title in 3 seasons. The MLB has wrapped up the wildcard division, and the Marlins continue their improbable postseason run. Hitting the field starts now.
Things gon' change when I really hit the field. Undefeated champs, man, you know what's the deal. Tryna find a kid, I'm in the field doing drills. Boy, you just a sucker, you ain't never keep it real. 3 rings in my hand, I'm a warrior to the max. When I hang it up, they gon' have to give me plaques. Step up in the building and I only bring the facts. When I make a highlight, they gon' replay, run it back, okay? Always locked in, I don't got time to lax. Saying he the best, he could take a lap. Batted 1,000 when you check the stats. Boy, is you ready? You ain't gotta ask.
And welcome to this episode of Hitting the Field. I am more than happy to be joined by China Davis and Alex Funderburke today. China, how are you doing?
Doing great, Jaret. Happy to be here.
That's great to hear. And Alex, back for a second week. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Jared. How are you?
I'm doing great. It was a fantastic weekend, and I'm ready to talk some WNBA, which the WNBA is 2 games into the finals where the Seattle Storm lead 2-0, led by none other than Breanna Stewart, looking to get her second MVP in 3 seasons. China, what has been your thoughts so far in the WNBA finals?
My thoughts are I haven't been surprised at how the Storm are performing. They're such a great, powerful team. I am surprised at how the Aces are performing right now. They have the MVP, Asia Wilson, with them right now, and just how they've executed on offense and defense hasn't been efficient to stop the Storm. But I'm hoping that they can turn it around. Game 3, they have to. It's a must-win for them. So,
Alex, what are your thoughts so far as the Storm take a 2-0 lead?
I mean, I can't say I'm shocked. Breanna Stewart and Sue Bird together is kind of like a cheat code. But Asia Wilson has kind of shown she is the MVP, even though the rest of the team hasn't kind of formed around her yet. But they are missing a couple pieces, so that's to be expected. Breanna Stewart's been balling. 37 points in game 1, 22 points last night, 4 boards, 5 assists, 2 steals. She does it all. I mean, she's the most unguardable player in the league.
No, I would agree. I mean, you also have Sue Bird, who game 1 only scored 2 points, but dished out 16 assists, and then in game 2 picked up a double-double. How much of a leader is Sue Bird for this team, China?
She is the leader, and I got to give Stewart credit. She's the leader as well. But when you have a veteran who's in her 17th year playing in the league, you have to turn to her. They use her a lot. When she's on and Stewart is on, it's just hard to stop their offense. So Sue Bird is a huge leader. She dishes. She's a point guard first, and then whenever they need her to score, she scores. But she's always a team leader and a team player beforehand.
I mean, Alex, you would say she's probably one of the only true point guards left in basketball.
For sure. I mean, she's pass first, and it's really fun to watch her because she'll hit open players with a no look pass every now and then, and the Storm yesterday racked up 33 assists, which is a WNBA Finals record. So they're dishing the ball well as a team, and Sue Bird's a big part of that.
Something I wanted to point out, the Storm is shooting exceptionally well. They shot 50% in the first game and 57% in the second game. China, what do you think? Is this I know you said it's expected, but 57%, 50%, those are insane numbers for a basketball team.
I mean, it's to be expected. They're a great offensively team, and when they're on like that, they're just hard to beat in general. So I'm not surprised that they're shooting those numbers. What most people don't know about actually is the Aces are a good shooting team as well. It's just when you're against the Storm and they're on like that, it's hard to beat. So.
Well, yeah, Alex, I mean, usually in basketball, they say you win the rebound game, you're going to win the game. The Aces have won the rebound game in both games, but they've fallen short. Is this to show that the Storm just aren't missing, or that Vegas just isn't taking advantage?
I mean, I think it's a little bit of both, but I do think the Storm are just crazy talented offensively, and when they're shooting, you can't beat them. But, I mean, it's not lack of production on Las Vegas' side. I mean, Angel McCourty, 20 points, 9 boards in game 1, 17 points last night. Emma Cannon had 17 points off the bench. They're scoring. they can't stop the Storm's unstoppable offense.
China, now the Storm are looking for their third title. Do you think they wrap this up in game 3, or are we going to look at a game 4, game 5, and the Aces are going to come back?
I'm predicting the Aces to come back. You know, they're a hungry young team. As we saw against when they played Connecticut Sun, it was a must-win for them. So I'm assuming that, you know, Asia Wilson and Angel McCoughtry are going to step up this game 3 and get this dub. They have to. It's a must-win. So they're young and hungry. They're not going to let up.
Alex, how do you see the rest of this series going?
I think the Aces will win game 3, but then I think the Storm will take it in game 4. I don't think Asia Wilson's going to let them go out by getting swept. I think the MVP is going to show up, get a win, and then I think the Storm will be too powerful come game 4.
You guys keep mentioning AJ Wilson. I need to ask, who else on the Aces needs to be that X factor to push the Aces to a game 3 win and maybe even push us to game 5?
I think it's got to be. Go for it.
You got it. You got it.
All right.
I'm going to say. Okay. Go, Alex. You good.
Okay. Okay. I think it's got to be Angel McCoughtry. I mean, she's a vet. She's been balling out so far. She's got to be that. She's got to be that number 2 to Aja. And if she can't be it, then it's going to be a sweep. But if she can step up again, then they got a shot to win game 3.
China?
I'm going to say Angel McCoughtry, but I'm also going to add Kayla McBride. She's their shooter on the team. When she's hot and going, she gives them buckets. So I think, you know, those 3 going to have a tremendous game this third game. I think they will. Kayla McBride has been off, but I'm assuming, and I know she's going to perform this third game as well.
That's a good point to bring up. I mean, do you see the Aces winning game 4 as well, China, if they do win game 3?
That's tough. I don't know. It depends on how they perform on game 3, on how they perform for game 4. They have to win game 3 first. You know, they got to take it game by game against the Storm team. So, depending on how they perform and what they do game 3 and push it to game 4, then, you know, probably they'll come off that high horse and just keep performing as well as they did game 3.
Alex, what's your series prediction? Your final series prediction?
I think it's going to be Storm in 4. I think if they lose game 3, Sue Bird's going to come out mad, and it's going to be wraps. Like, Sue Bird's going to drop like another double-double. Stewie's going to go off again. They're going to get more production out of Jewel Lloyd. I just think they're too unstoppable.
China, would you agree? Do you see the Storm taking this?
I agree as well, but I don't want to doubt the Aces too much. So I'm going to say Storm in 5.
Storm in 5. I mean, yeah, I'm always down for good television. Looking at the season from a whole, though, Alex, do you like this, 22-game season from the WNBA, the shorter season? Do you think they did it right to at least get the season in? What do you think?
I think it was a lot of fun. It wasn't too long. It wasn't too short. I think it was the right amount of games. The playoffs have been fun. I love how the WNBA does their playoffs, where it's not by conference. Like the top teams get in, and that's how you do it. And I think the NBA should take notes from that, because I think the NBA playoffs would be a lot more interesting if they were like that.
China, what do you think of the season as a whole?
I agree. I honestly think this is probably the best season thus far, just because game after game has been exciting and elite basketball playing. So I'm assuming, and viewership has went up. So I'm assuming that, fans have loved it. I have loved it, just seeing stars and matchups that we haven't seen before play, and players from different teams playing on, teams they haven't played on in years. So it's been an exciting season for me.
I mean, yeah, it's been an exciting season. I mean, in the short season, it leaves no room for error. I mean, it puts the pressure on.
Right.
Alex, I mean, was there any team this season? I know Dallas, Atlanta, Indiana, and New York did not make the playoffs. Was there any team that you were surprised to see in the playoffs or missed the playoffs?
I was really excited to see New York, but like you said, they didn't make the playoffs. They got Sabrina Ionescu, but she sprained her ankle in the 3rd or 4th game of the season. But I was really looking forward to seeing how she would perform. But unfortunately, she got hurt.
Yeah. China, anything that you were looking forward to this season that
My team, I'm a huge Minnesota Lynx fan. However, I was on the Connecticut Sun bandwagon there. They're such a powerful team with DeWanda Barner moving to that team from Phoenix Mercury. I thought that they were going to pull upsets, and they did pull upsets, beating LA Sparks, almost beating the Aces, going up 2-0 against them. I had them going to the finals, but I mean, the better team won in this case. Now I'm going to say the better team, the lucky team. I think the Aces got lucky against Connecticut Sun. They're a team to watch next season. They're going to be right back in the playoffs, and I have them going to the finals when they get Jaquel Jones back and such a presence in the paint there.
That was a good point. I mean, it was a good 5-game series that Connecticut went up 2-1 in and found themselves choking away the victory and the series win. Alex, closing thoughts on the WNBA as a whole for the future. Is the WNBA going to get the attention it deserves?
I think so, and I think give them TV opportunities. You put them on TV, people are going to watch, and the more opportunities they get, the larger their fan base is going to grow. And it's been really exciting to watch. My sister plays basketball; she's helped me get into it a lot. So keep putting them on TV, keep giving them the primetime slots. Like they were on ABC yesterday, so keep that going. People are going to watch, and keep growing the league.
And before I go to you, China, I just want to make note that you were the one that came to me with this idea. You said the WNBA Finals are happening. Can we please talk about it on the show? And I said, absolutely. It needs the spotlight. And here we are with the opening segment of the show. So, China, take the floor. Closing thoughts on the WNBA as a whole.
Alex made a good point with, getting fans and growing the organization. Viewership has went up 68% due to them, getting that exposure, putting on the prime time television shows as ESPN and ABC. So, I'm rocking my orange hoodie right now. So just seeing people wearing this and supporting, and finally, the league getting the recognition that they deserve, being the blueprint, speaking up, using their platforms on, what's going on in the world today. This league is truly special. These women are special. So I just want people to continue to support them, continue to look at the game. I want young ladies, young ballers to continue to look at these women and get some inspiration, and just look at the representation that they are displaying on their platform, in this organization.
That's a good point, China. Once again, I appreciate you coming to me and wanting to do this. I think this is really good for not only the sports world, but, our show in general. We don't talk enough about certain sports, and WNBA is one of them. Alex, appreciate you coming on again. When we come back, I'm going to be joined by Jason Hamby and Johnny Jackson to break down the MLB postseason. Stay with us.
Yeah, they lost the last two, but third time's a charm, right? That's what I tell myself every night before I cry myself to sleep, right?
Definitely. In my eyes, I know he's pitching game 2, and his postseason ERA is about over 4, and I'm scared.
Because I like losing, apparently. It seems to be the trend. It's Jeter, too. He's just mad because the Yankees lost in the 2003 World Series.
03 World Series?
I think I have a better chance of winning the lottery, actually. I'm probably going to throw it all on red this summer and hope for the best.
100%. And they're better than the Houston Astros. The Trastros?
Honestly, Justin Verlander is the second coming of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. He is a god. I would go straight for Kate Upton.
I don't know.
We didn't give him enough. Should have given him $500 million.
Let's go, Yankees.
The Yankees will not lose. Let's be clear. Best team in baseball ever.
Welcome back to Hitting the Field. I am now joined by Johnny Jackson and Jason Hamby to talk the MLB postseason. Johnny Jackson, umpire, friend, amigo, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Piper is just running in circles in my dad's room. Not sure why, but that's how it is.
Is he chasing his tail?
kinda.
Probably. Well, that's a completely different topic. Jason, welcome back to the show. It's been a while. How are you doing?
Good, and also umpire here.
Umpire. Yeah.
Former
Oh, we got the
umpire.
trio.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I like it. Well, I won't talk about umpires because they all suck in the MLB. The best umpires are in this Zoom call right now, which let's just jump right into it. The wild card round is over, and there were a couple surprises around the league. Both 6 seeds won in the Astros and the Marlins. We're going to get a Dodgers-Padres season rematch, I'm going to say. And we're going to get a Rays-Yankees rematch. We got a lot of division matchups again. You know, we got AL East, NL East, NL West, and then, sadly, nothing. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, no, the West. AL West. So that's exciting all around. Johnny, what was your biggest surprise from the wild card round?
My biggest surprise was the Reds scoring 0 runs. They weren't a great offensive team, but I did pick the Reds to go all the way to the NLCS, so my bracket is irreparably damaged. I was right in that Trevor Bauer and Luis Castillo combined to give up 1 run, but unfortunately, I don't think they brought up an actual major league hitter for the entirety of their 20-something innings. It looked like a bunch of it looked like the kids we umpire on the weekends out there, just needed everything. They had runners on second and third in the first inning of Trevor Bauer's playoff start. Struck out twice, little lazy line out, didn't score a run. It was pathetic.
Yeah, I mean, those Sunday kids might be better than some of these guys. I mean, at least they walk, right? Jason, what would you say is your biggest surprise?
I'm actually gonna say that the biggest surprise was the Padres winning their season or their series. I know they were favorites going in, but with no Lamet, no Clevenger, I picked the Cardinals to win, and especially with Flaherty going Game 3 and the Padres throwing 9 bullpen relievers throughout that game and still winning, was very shocked by that.
Now, I didn't make a postseason bracket because I simply just didn't. But if I were to look, the only matchup I think I would have got wrong would have been that Houston Minnesota series, which I am kind of surprised that Houston pulled away with that. Johnny, were you surprised to see Houston take that series?
So the moment that really broke it for me was Jorge Polanco selling that routine ground ball with 2 outs in the 9th in Game 1. I mean, the Twins are obviously one of the best offensive teams in the regular season, holding the Astros, who are not as great as they were a couple years ago, but they're still a pretty good team. I mean, holding them to 1 run through 9. Sergio Romo comes in, looks a little shaky, gives up a few bloopers, but Jorge Polanco really biffing that ground ball right at the end there sold the series for me. Framber Valdez came in through 5 shutout innings and wasn't even a matchup. I expected the Twins to lose 2 after that.
Jason, were you surprised that the Twins, just crumbled in front of our eyes?
Yeah, I was. I had the Twins in my bracket. Just didn't think the Houston lineup was, going to be up to par with the Twins, and obviously was wrong.
I mean, fun fact, thank you ESPN for this stat, but 7 teams between the AL and NL Central made the postseason, and all 7 of them are now out. I don't know how that happens. You literally have a great chance of one team advancing, but the Central is officially the worst division in baseball in both leagues, so we're going to, just moment of silence for them. And moving on to more important things, which are my Miami Marlins taking down the Cubs in 2. Jason, just quickly touch on, are the Marlins legit?
I think so, and I actually had the Marlins to win the series. I kind of wanted to fade Yu Darvish here and was just a big believer in Sandy Man and Sixto Sanchez. I think with those, I mean, they have very good starting pitching. I think they have better starting pitching than the Braves. That pains me to say, but I think it's true. Yeah, I think the Marlins are very legit. They're very scrappy, and they just know how to win ball games.
Well, you just mentioned the Braves, so I guess we'll just hop into that series first. Johnny, Marlins Braves kicks off tomorrow, Tuesday at 2:08 in the Astros ballpark. Anything you're looking for in that series specifically?
I'm looking forward to if Ian Anderson can repeat. I mean, I will on this show make a formal apology to all Braves fans for picking the Reds to smoke them. Jason, I'm sorry. But Ian Anderson, rookie, had a tremendous first postseason start, but he's also a rookie, so I'm looking forward to seeing that repeat. Also, we only saw the first 2 starters in the Braves rotation, and after the first 2 or 3 guys, it goes downhill very fast. But they have an elite bullpen who can cover those innings. But 5 games back to back to back to back, I think you have to see Max Fried shove twice in that series if they have any chance of facing the Dodgers in the championship series.
I mean, I would say the one upper hand the Marlins have would be the playing games back to back to back. They were the first team to get struck by COVID, and they had to play a lot of doubleheaders, a lot of games with no breaks. Jason, is there anything from batting to fielding to pitching to speed that you favor the Braves or the Marlins in? Like, which do you pick down the line for each?
I would say our lineup, definitely. The Braves in the regular season, first in RBIs, first in doubles, first in runs, second in batting average. Not really sure what the Marlins would be, but I don't think they were in the top 10. So I definitely, there's an advantage. There's also an advantage in the bullpen. If there's any team in the major leagues that can cover those runs or cover those innings that the rotation fails to give, I think it's the Braves. The Braves 6-4 against the Marlins in the regular season. Not a whole lot to go off of there. Some decent games. We did put up 29 runs against them.
A bullpen game to save runs for a 7-game series against the Phillies, in which they went 5-2.
Got it. Yeah. But I think there's another advantage for, I think our guys have seen, Sixto enough to where they'll be comfortable against them.
So we'll quickly just go through Johnny's series prediction. Who do you have taking it?
The Braves. I mean, we saw Sixto Sanchez's first start against the Braves shoved. We saw his second start against the Braves about 2 or 3 weeks later. Got absolutely rocked. Sixto Sanchez, for his very short career, has not fared well pitching against teams multiple times, and it's a shame because he throws 100, and that changeup is absolutely disgusting, very Steven Strasburg-esque. But they just don't have the depth to defeat the Braves. I mean, I definitely slept on the Braves bullpen. Their bullpen is elite. That lineup is elite. The Marlins maybe have a deeper starting rotation, but at the end of the day, the Braves will out-hit them. They'll outscore them, and they're going to be better in those late inning situations.
So you're taking how many games?
5.
I think
Fried comes back, gives them a good start in Game 5. Pitches lights out in Game 1. I think that's 1-5.
Jason, just real quick, what's your series prediction?
Braves in 4.
Braves in 4. All right, I'm taking Marlins in 5. Have to stay a little homerish here. So we're gonna move on to the other NL series, which is the Los Angeles Dodgers and the San Diego Padres. Jason, I'll start with you on this one. What's your biggest highlight here for this matchup?
Like it was in the last series, I think the highlight is on San Diego's starting rotation. If they have any chance of winning this series, those guys are going to have to step up. I don't think they're capable of doing it truly. I think it's Dodgers in 4. And I mean, the Dodgers, we've just seen it time and time again throughout the regular season. They're just too much. And the only shot the Padres have, in my opinion, was strong outings from Lamet and Clevy, and they don't have those guys. So,
that's a good point. Johnny, Dodgers, the Kershaw jerseys behind you. How do they choke this one away, or how do they not choke it?
The only way I see them choking this one away is, like Jason said, you need solid innings, or you need a solid start from Clevenger, you need a solid start from Lamet. And I think it's one of the most disappointing things as a baseball fan to see I think, in my opinion, the best team in baseball, and probably the third best team in baseball in the Padres, not see that series be as strong as it can be. Because me personally, in my life in general, if my team is going to beat you, I want them to beat you at your best. I don't want the Dodgers to walk all over the Padres, who had to throw a bullpen game in Game 3 of a series. Yeah. And in a 5-game set, that is not going to work out well.
I mean, you're saying the best team, the third best team. I'll just say it, the best team versus the flashiest team. I mean, who doesn't like watching Slam Diego? Like, let's be honest. They are the most exciting team in baseball to watch this season. Jason, Kershaw's known for choking. He absolutely shoved in the wild card round. Does Kershaw shove again, or does he get absolutely slammed on?
Oh, he shoves. I'm tired of the Kershaw slander, dragging his name through the mud. I mean, the guy's postseason ERA 4.5. Like, that's not horrible. I mean, obviously, it's not
It's a thumbs down.
Cy Young numbers, like he normally is. Like I said on Johnny's show a couple of weeks ago, he's throwing this new 88, 89 mile an hour slider that I've never really seen before, and it's kind of made a huge difference. And I don't foresee any chokes from Clayton this year.
All right, Johnny, I already know you're saying Kershaw's going to shove. I don't want to have to play the sad music again. So what's your series prediction overall?
I think, like Jason said, Clayton Kershaw will be completely reliant on that slider. He throws it upwards of 40% of the time. I mean, we saw it against the Brewers. It was on. Curveball is on. If that slider's off, it's going to be a very short, terrible outing for Kershaw. But, Dodgers in 4.
Dodgers in 4. Jason, what do you got?
Dodgers in 4.
All right, I'm going to go Dodgers in 4 as well. It's the safe pick. It's the right pick. The Dodgers have the most talented roster in baseball, which takes us to what people would say could be preseason was the most talented roster in baseball. The New York Yankees and the Tampa Bay Rays face off starting today, and that series is interesting in itself because coming into the season, everyone said this is the Yankees' year. If they don't win, they're a failure. They have all the talent in the world. They just need to stay healthy. Everyone's healthy. Everyone they need to be healthy is healthy. Johnny, what do the Rays need to do to win this series?
The Rays just need to be the Rays. They are the best team in baseball against Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole, whenever he sees Ji-Man Choi, he's terrified. Whenever he sees Willie Adames, he's terrified. Garrett Cole cannot pitch against the Rays. Cannot pitch against the legend, the man, the myth, the GOAT, Ji-Man Choi. The Rays are going to stomp on the Yankees. This game's going 3. Rays in 3. Yankees have no shot. Rays dominated them during – they're going to dominate them again, and then the Rays are going to lose to the Dodgers in 6 in the World Series.
Okay, you're like 2 rounds ahead. I mean, the Dodgers might not even get past, the Padres. Come on now. Let's not jump the gun there, Johnny. I will clip this and post it all over Twitter when the Dodgers lose in 3.
Do it.
Jason, since we just got an absurd answer, I expect a more, reasonable answer here out of our better analyst. Jason, what do you have for us?
Yeah, I'm not really sure how to follow that up. My prediction would be that whoever wins game 1 wins the series. I definitely see it going more than 3. I don't know where you're technically getting that. Tanaka in the postseason, he didn't pitch well last time out against the Indians, but other than that, he's got a 1.5 ERA in a lot of postseason starts. I think he'll bounce back in a big way. I think the game 4 will be – I think it'll go to game 4, and I think that'll be the huge game because it's who's starting, and it's going to be Yarbrough and maybe Fleming and just like Johnny said, the Rays have to be the Rays. They have to scrap. They have to find ways to score runs. It's going to be the big ball, home run ball for the Yankees. I think it goes 5. I'm going to say Rays in 5.
Rays in 5. Johnny's got Rays in 3. I'll meet in the middle and go Rays in 4. I don't see a way the Rays lose this. They've been the best team in the AL all season, and they've had the Yankees number all season. I think Blake Snell absolutely shoves tonight, and the Rays are going to run away with this series, which takes us to our last series, which happens to be the first game of the series. That game will be going on as this episode goes live. We have the Houston Astros taking on the Oakland A's. And Johnny, I believe you said it back the last time we talked baseball. You said the A's were your team to watch in the postseason. They were your underdog. Why did the A's come away with this series then?
Similar to the Rays-Yankees stuff, the A's have dominated the Astros this season, and there's some bad blood there. I would not be too surprised if this game goes 4 or 5, if this series goes 4 or 5 games, that we might see a bench clearing. Lance McCullers is throwing game 1. Framber Valdez is throwing game 2, I think. So the Athletics have absolutely rocked Lance McCullers Jr. for his entire career. He's going to rely on his curveball, and the Oakland A's are one of the better teams in baseball on breaking balls. I think this series will probably go 5 games, but I think it's the Athletics series to lose.
Jason, what is your highlight here for this series? Because as Johnny said, I mean, this was our first social distance bench clearing of the MLB season. For those of you that don't remember, the hitting coach and I forget, but bench clearing, Little John back and forth. Jason, what is like why do the A's win? Because the Astros have this huge revenge tour season, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Right. I think it's a boring answer, but I'm going to say the bullpen for the A's. 2.7 ERA, second best in baseball in the regular season. I believe there's some crazy stat where they were like 30-something and 0 when leading after 7 innings, excuse me. I also think it's theirs to lose. I unfortunately picked the White Sox in the wild card round. I think a lot of people did, so I'm not going to make that mistake twice. I'm going with the A's in 4 games. I think it'll be Greinke in Game 3, which will be the Astros game to lose, considering it'll probably be like Montas or Friars or even maybe Luzardo or Minor if they decide to go that way. But I think it's the bullpen for the A's that really shows, and I think they'll take this one.
So you're taking the A's. Johnny, are you taking the A's as well?
Yeah, I think A's in 4. I don't think the Astros have the depth to match up.
So I'm a great guy. You guys like me. Everyone likes me, but I'm taking Astros in 5. I think the Astros in 5 too. Not only makes a lot of sense because of the experience. I mean, granted, the experience might be with a little help, but I think it's actually makes for a better story for baseball because who wouldn't want to see, hear me out, an Astros-Yankees ALCS to go to the World Series?
Seen it. Been there.
Yeah, but who doesn't want to see it without cheating? Then
I mean, that series is also in Dodger Stadium. So I think the massive amount of boos just from the entire LA County.
I like boos.
The Astros are going to cry. They're going to lose in 4, and they're going to go home, and they're going to cry and think about what they've done.
Fair enough. Jason, I saw you wanted to add a point in there. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just think that I honestly think whoever wins Game 1 in each series goes to win the series. I think Game 1 is crucial with it being 5 straight games. Most of the teams throwing out their ace Game 1. If you got 5 back-to-back games, you got to win the game with your ace pitching. So I think whoever wins Game 1 in each series takes it.
All right, we'll just go down the line real quick. Final thoughts, but I want to be a one-word answer. Jason, who are you picking to win the World Series?
Yeah.
Dodgers. Johnny?
Kershaw.
Okay, so that's wrong. And I'm going Marlins because why not? The fish don't lose in the postseason. Represent. Old logo throwback to 2 years ago because we change our logo every other season. But that's all the time we have for the MLB today. Jason goes and throws on his Braves hat. I don't like that, but that's okay. I'm looking forward to a great round of baseball. Johnny, Jason, thank you so much for joining me today. And when we come back, I'm going to deliver a little rant, and we're going to get you guys on your way. Stay with us.
What it's like to be a Saints fan right now.
Dude,
I'd be so
guys.
mad.
I can't believe that ridiculous no call.
Bro, I'm puzzled. If they would have made that call, who do you think would have been in the Super Bowl? The Saints would have been in the Super Bowl. Come on now.
The refs, they need to be punished.
Oh, hey guys. Did you see my missed call last week? Could have sent that team to the championship. I guess not.
I can't take this anymore.
What's up with this guy?
And welcome back to Hitting the Field. So glad you made it this far to the end of the show. It's been a great episode so far. We talked about the WNBA with China and Alex, and we talked the MLB with Johnny and Jason. So for a second, I thought I'd bring you into the control room this season to show you how it's going down, record it on Zoom, get it all thrown into Premiere, edit it up, have it posted for you guys for your entertainment. But let's talk about the elephant in the room. That's right. The UCF Knights lost to Tulsa for the second straight year. And I'm sorry, but I got to throw the blame on Josh Heupel. We're up 23-5. We lose 34-26. How are we getting outscored by Tulsa? Why can't we play call? Why is it the same 3 plays every single game? Danny White, if you see this, please, change needs to happen. Josh Heupel, Randy Shannon need to go. It's been the same story every single season. Josh Heupel has not been a great play caller. The defense cannot wrap up. Someone's got to take blame. That's an L, I think. We'll see how it looks in post-production. I don't know.
we're not going to worry about the L's because, we're taking too many. This is our season to make the postseason. Heupel's blown it. Randy Shannon has blown it. There's no one to blame here. I mean, what? We're just going to throw Milton in? He's going to be the savior? No. Fix it. Get rid of Heupel. Get rid of Randy Shannon. We need change. We just need a different defensive mindset. We need a different person calling plays, or just hire an offensive coordinator that can call plays. I don't care. Heupel can stay. We just need a different play caller. I'm sick of it, but that's okay. Marlins are in the postseason. They kick off tomorrow afternoon against the Atlanta Braves. Looking forward to a great series. And you know what? It's been a great episode of Hitting the Field. Don't forget, follow us on social media at Hitting the Field. Stay updated for all the Hitting the Field Network shows that are coming to you every single week. It's a great semester so far, and we're going to keep it rolling. But for now, we're going to see you guys next week on Hitting the Field.
Things gonna change when I really hit the field. Undefeated champs, man, you know what's the deal. Tryna find a kid, I'm in the field doing drills. Boy, you just a sucker, you ain't never keep it real. 3 rings in my hand, I'm a warrior to the max. When I hang it up, they gon' have to give me plaques. Step up in the building and I only bring the facts. When I make a highlight, they gon' replay, run it back. Okay, always locked in, now I don't got time to lax. Saying he the best, he could take a lap. Batted 1,000 when you check the stats.